Go. Yeah, alright. So today, in this study, we will be researching how the sensory deprivation affects the brain. To do this, we will be sending 2 participants who are monks on a mountain in Japan, which they suddenly proclaim is religious, to see the effects on their body and what it does in the brain. We'll be taking blood samples before and after the experiment, and we will be measuring the amount of chemicals in their blood system. Right, now we'll be taking a blood sample of our first participant. We'll have to take a certain amount of blood to see the amount of chemicals in his system before he starts. Okay, now if we can have participant 2. British Mr. Eve was over. Okay, started. Now if you'd like to start the experiment. We will now be starting our study on the neurotransmitters of serotonin and how it can affect behaviour.
So they have
no
water, no food, and they cannot talk.
Yep. They can't, and you can see...
What's happening now?
You can see towards the further they go up the mountain, oxygen decreases and they start to hallucinate. And you can see like they're falling over. They start to have a decreased amount of sugar because of no food and no water, and they start to get dehydrated. So the further they go up, they need to stop soon because we need to record the results.
We are now 48 hours in our experiment. We're going to take another blood sample to compare with the first one, and then we're going to continue with the experiment.
Right, we're doing this because of the effects that the participants have shown. They have been hallucinating and they have collapsed halfway up. The monks are now continuing their experiment. They're nearly at the last 72 hours, and we are starting to really see the effects of the increased amounts of serotonin in their brain. Through having blood samples, we have been able to compare this and see what chemicals are and are not lacking. Now at the end of their experiment, we will now draw conclusions and write up our results. We will now be drawing up our last blood sample to see the effects and the decreased amounts of certain chemicals and energy types in their body, depending on different proteins that they have.